Hi, everyone. Welcome to One Nation. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. It's going to end up great because we're responsible for it. Coming up on this show, Elise Stefanik's going to be with us. Is she going to run for governor of New York? Would she win? We're going to look at the polls and find out what she's up to. Jack Ciattarelli wants to be the next governor of New Jersey. How close is he to making this upset happen? And Andrew Colvin, when you talk about turning point and the future, he represents it in so many ways. But first, the most impactful monologue in America. First off, it's so clear to me how successful President Trump's week-long trip on the Far East was. From Malaysia to Japan and South Korea, capped it off with a high-stakes 2-hour session with the president of China. I'm also amazed how many don't see it that way. So let's review for them. Great enthusiasm in Malaysia. And it wasn't just dancing. They also had a rare earth deal that they signed, and it's going to really help within the next 3 months. You saw genuine affection when it comes to the new leader of Japan.
Mr. President succeeded in securing a ceasefire deal between Thailand and Cambodia and contributed to ensuring peace in Asia. Also, the deal you have recently achieved in the Middle East.
On behalf of our country, I want to just let you know, anytime you have any question, any doubt, anything you want, any favors you need, anything I can do to help Japan, we will be there. We are an ally at the strongest level.
And it was great to see that instant synergy between the two leaders. I don't know if you caught the military, where she came down and addressed the military with the President of the United States. Japan, by the way, inked their trade deal and detailed a $500 billion investment into America. And the tension between Trump and South Korea's president that was so present in the first term was converted to respect with this leader and a finalized trade deal in this term, and also a pledge to spend on their own defense, which is a relief. And, by the way, they also gave him a crown. I mean it, a crown.
The Cheonmachong Gold Crown symbolizes the divine connection between the authority of the heavens and sovereignty on earth. That symbolizes the spirit of Silla, which brought peace to the Korean Peninsula for the first time, and the opening of the golden age of the Korea-U.S. alliance.
That'll go good in that library that George Stephanopoulos paid a lot for. Meanwhile, Trump made legitimate, tangible gains. The main event was always going to be with China. You had both sides. They seemed anxious to bring down the tension, bring down the tariffs, and amp up the trade.
Mr. President, you care a lot about world peace. And you're very enthusiastic about settling various regional hotspot issues.
It was amazing how cordial it was. And by the way, deals were made.
The Chinese have agreed to buy 12 million metric tons of soybeans during this season. And then for the next 3 years, they're going to be buying a minimum of 25 million metric tons per annum.
Overall, I guess on the scale of from 0 to 10, with 10 being the best, I would say the meeting was at 12.
So why were there such gains, in my view? Simple. Weeks of meetings leading up to the trip. It made Trump become the closer instead of the guy who had to set the table, write the deal, and finish the deal. But yet Democrats are just incapable of acknowledging any success. At this point, it's almost a medical condition.
It appears to most reasonable observers that Donald Trump was punked on the world stage by the Chinese Communist Party.
But so far, his trip has been a total dud.
Now they have this meeting of equals. Trump said she is a great leader. China is a powerful country. That's exactly what she wants and China wants. And so that headline is basically giving the message to the Chinese people: the United States and China are equal powers negotiating the world, and then so that hurts us a little bit.
All Trump is talking about is the economy, not our economy. He's not doing this for him. He doesn't need another hotel or a golf club. This isn't ceremony to build up his ego. He builds on his relationships. He cuts deals, deal after deal with nation after nation. Remember his first overseas sojourn in the Middle East?
Yesterday, the Saudis pulled out all the stops in welcoming President Trump, who emerged with what he says is about $600 billion, maybe even $1 trillion in Saudi investments.
So he's addressing our vulnerabilities, such as rare earth metals. We need them. By using our assets, like stuff we have, like AI, we're great. Military hardware, we're the best. And he's making relations pay off. I'll give you an example. So when the Gulf states came together with the United States to bring a ceasefire to Gaza, I mean, what a mess here. We had to end the fighting. Well, everybody combined. It shocked the world. The hostages were free. The ceasefire took place. Why? There was a mutual trust between the Gulf states and Trump.
Mr. President, today we welcome you here to thank you for your pivotal leadership in putting forward a proposal that got the backing of almost the entire world. Trump is the greatest friend that the state of Israel has ever had in the White House.
Just take note. He could be the best friend to Israel and be respected in the Arab world where he does multiple deals. Trump's doing these deals for the country. He's addressing our weaknesses. He's cleaning up the drug trade in our hemisphere. He's rattling our enemies in the region like Venezuela and Colombia. Not for him, but for us. But focusing on deals overseas, by doing that, he's addressing our economic needs at home, even if the Democrats choose not to see it. Perhaps they're just afraid to acknowledge it with an off-year election days away.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.